I think we've been consistent a lot of the year. I think our moments of not being consistent have been few and far between. I think we're just at a higher level now in terms of expecting from what we expect from each other, what we expected from our team defense. I think we're just playing at a higher level right now.
With respect to the conference standings, you want to win every game, obviously, but it's really bunched up now. You're in 9th place, 6 points out of 6th place. Is that extra motivation for the boys to try and get home ice for the first round?
I don't think the conference standings is extra motivation. I think it is definitely motivating for our guys. I think points every weekend, points every night. Those are things that we talk about. Again, you want to get 2 points, but if you can't get 2, let's get 1. I think our guys are motivated by the standings, but I think they're also motivated by the process, and that's what has been very rewarding for me, is to see how coachable they are and how they're not getting out in front of themselves. They're not putting the cart before the horse. They're ready for the first shift each Friday or Saturday night.
It seems like you're starting to get. I thought Bowman was real good last weekend. He set up, he had a goal Friday and then set up Mears goal Saturday, and then you're all freshman line. You think you're starting to get a little more consistency through the 4 lines up front? Yeah,
we've left some of those lines together. Again, with Hayhurst out, it threw a little wrench into the spokes there, but I think it's just the evolution of a young guy, evolution of a transfer, evolution of, you need to bring them into your program. They need to get trained into how do you want to play. Then they need to feel some success, probably feel some adversity. And I think right now, because the message hasn't changed, you're seeing those guys accept their game and how they fit in.
Yeah. I saw Hayhurst on the ice today. I know you comment on this stuff. Do you expect him to play this week?
Still injured.
Still injured? Okay.
I was just going to say, without, going into the weekend without Hayhurst and Polino, did you expect, what if you told you get 3 points out of it, would that be something you'd be happy about? Obviously, you'd want 4, but just scoring 3 goals, had to bring confidence to the rest of the scoring group.
Yeah, when anybody goes out, we don't want to be so one-dimensional that we can't change. We don't need to change everything. Different guys get put into a different seat, different spot in the lineup, and the expectation of that spot doesn't change. So happy that we got 3 or 4 points. Disappointed that we didn't have 2 of our guys, or even more of our guys that weren't with us. So outside looking in, those guys not being in the lineup, is big news. From inside, they also capitalized on an opportunity that now someone else has.
In a normal week, when you have a Friday, Saturday game, how much time do you spend on the 2 opponents? Meaning, is it easier this week with just Dartmouth Friday and no game on Saturday?
So our typical week is still 80% focused on us. I would say 15% on the Friday opponent. It's hard to put numbers on it, but then you get ready for the Saturday opponent with any adjustments or tweaks. But we need to continue to keep our game in order, and then be aware of what other teams are doing. And it doesn't really change this weekend with only 1 game. We just maybe 5% difference if you're looking for a number.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely important for us to start putting some games together. Obviously, last weekend was a good weekend in the league, so if we can keep stringing those together, and this weekend's only 1 game, so it's easy to focus on that. And like you said, 6 points from 6th place, so hopefully 4 after the weekend.
Yeah. Is it, how do you feel the team is playing right now compared to the rest of the season? You guys seem like you're stringing together some nice, consistent performances, and you're hanging in there. Even when the shots there's a disparity there, but you guys are hanging tough and staying in these games.
Yeah, I think we're playing well. Obviously, we'd like to have less shots on net in some games, the last 2 of the last few here, but I think even before that we were playing well too. Like we were saying, after Christmas we've been pretty consistent with the way we've been playing, and we've been getting better and better, so it's been nice to get rewarded a few times here. Just hope to keep that going.
Seems like you're starting to get a little more offense spread out a little bit. Zeke's obviously scoring. I thought Bowman had a good weekend last weekend, and setting up mirrors for the goal. I mean, are you seeing the same thing? And it's starting to come from a few different areas.
Yeah, it's important to get scoring from all four lines and from the D. Obviously, we haven't been scoring a ton this year, so it's going to have to come from everyone in the lineup, and I think it's starting to do that.
Usually we try to focus on the first opponent anyways, the Friday game. And then on Saturdays we usually focus on the other opponent. But yeah, it's a bit different obviously knowing that this week we only have one game, so we go in, we can leave it all out there on Friday because there's nothing to wait for on Saturday.
Have you guys talked, or are you aware of the conference standings? You got 4 points away from sixth place with Dartmouth there and Union Brown right in front of you. Has it put a more premium on the next 7 games? A little extra motivation to try and get up and get home ice advantage?
Yeah, absolutely. We know very well where we are in the standings, and as you said, we have 7 games left, and every game is going to be important. Every other team is going to be striving to win as well, and we have to do our part, and we have a goal in mind, and we're going to try to achieve it.
Do you think you're playing your best hockey right now? You had a good performance, I thought, against Yale. You hung in there with Union, and last weekend, the 3-point weekend for yourselves.
Yeah, I think, honestly, ever since Christmas, I feel like we've been building a lot. Obviously, we've had some bad games in there and some stretches where we felt we've played well and we didn't win. So it's been challenging that way, but I agree with you. I think we've been playing our best hockey, the past month or so.